life.
Yes, Colorado Springs, Colorado. Shout out.
7.5. Wheat ale brewed with local Colorado honey. Where are they getting this honey from? How many bad bitches are beekeepers?
Brewed with local Colorado honey.
Yeah. Where are these bees at?
I actually know, fun fact, a guy here in the Colorado Springs who has the most beehives in Colorado.
Damn.
And he makes all kinds of he's a really cool dude. He's just a chef.
How do you meet this guy?
At my job,
At my job.
Oh.
at my job we make our own honey. Like we have
Really?
our own bees and shit. Yeah.
How do you
Yeah,
do
that's
that?
wild. You just get bees. Yeah.
And they
They
just go.
they pollinate everything, and you just like kind of collect it.
They pollinate, and then they come back to the hive, and then they actually like throw it up into the hive, and
Yeah,
that's what honey is.
Yeah, I forgot bee throw up is honey.
Yeah.
That's kind of gross.
Yeah, that's why we got to save. That's why we got to save the bees.
Yeah,
so that
'cause-
things can get pollinated.
Uh-huh. They're actually like a what is it called? Not an apex species, but where like something is really important.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
A very important species.
A VIP species.
Yeah.
And the MVP award goes to the bees.
And the hummingbirds. Beat out the humans.
And the 2022 draft pick.
I'm picking silverback gorilla. I'm not gonna lie.
Ooh.
Is it?
Oh,
Give me
man.
like
MVP?
third.
On like predators?
Oh no! Just like animal in general. Like
Favorite
I would probably
animal.
say tiger.
what's your spirit animal?
My spirit animal.
Okay, I like
Black
that.
Panther.
That's a good one.
My Black Panther.
Okay.
Mine's a black sheep.
Black sheep.
Yes.
Why black sheep? Is that like supposed to like the metaphor behind it?
Does
or-
mine have to be white something?
No, not necessarily.
Well, now I feel left out. Am I allowed to do a black something?
I mean, yeah, dude. You want, dude?
You can do whatever you want.
It's an animal.
Is it racist if I do?
No, animals don't see color.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, why did you guys both pick something color related then? It didn't have to be colored.
Yeah, you could have said panther.
You could have just said
I'm pretty sure all panthers.
All
are black.
panthers are not black.
Wakanda forever.
I'm pretty sure cougars are technically panthers.
Oh, it's like a rectangle and a square.
Yeah, type shit. Yeah.
Here you go, buddy.
I thought cougars were mountain lions.
I thought cougars were ladies.
Hey, ladies over 40.
Hey, maybe I should have said cougars instead of damn panthers, bro. 'Cause I
Right.
do fuck with me some
I'm a
cougars.
black cougar. All right, Don. You gotta tell us your animal though.
Y'all fucked up my answer because now I'm all fucked up on the colors and shit. I'm like,
Dude, polar bears are crazy.
you
That's
know,
what I'm
actually,
saying.
what I want to be.
What?
Talk to me.
This is totally unrelated to the black and white thing, but
Okay.
I want to be a panda. It seems like I'm combining black and white, but I think pandas are pretty dope.
Pandas
I
are
think
pretty
pandas
vicious
are-
in
yeah.
real life.
Yeah, I was just about to say. I think they are super vicious.
Like,
Yeah.
I think having it as a pet, like as my pet, where it'd be
That'd be
vicious
crazy.
to other people, but it'd be like cuddly to me. You know what I mean?
That's not real though. Like,
This is hey,
Like on
this is
some
my spirit animal.
like on some Mike Tyson shit with the
Yeah,
tiger.
yeah.
Yes,
have
but
a
with
fat-ass
pandas, like I just have a bunch of Zen pandas. You know what I mean? Because they're relatively chill. They can be vicious, but
they be getting active.
The
bro.
Panda King.
Kung Fu Panda.
yeah, there you go.
Facts.
There you go.
Yo, the first Kung Fu Panda's low key gas.
Yes.
Like,
Can we spark up real quick?
yeah. Let's
This is the real spark right here.
Right. All right. 3, 2.
Wait, are we recording?
Yeah, we
Oh,
are.
okay, bet.
3, 2, 1.
Oh yeah.
All right. If y'all didn't know, it's the Mac and Don Show.
If you didn't already know that.
It's your boy Mac
It's your boy Don.
and our goated side character
We go by X this time.
X Batsu. Say,
X.
however you want to say it.
Whichever, bro. I'm him.
Well, we appreciate you coming on, man. You're basically like the third host at this point.
Dude,
Yeah.
I love being on here. I'm not gonna lie.
You're like our Wax. I was thinking about this earlier, but
For
no,
sure.
no disrespect to Wax. I think you're just way more like just not,
Aware.
Yeah, aware of their surroundings. Like it's a good like we're the Three Musketeers, all right.
Oh yeah.
We're the three best friends that anybody could have.
Right. At this point, it's like a open invitation whenever we're recording. Like,
Yeah,
you
like
could come
I
if
almost
you
feel
want.
like you have to be here now because I would feel weird without it. You know what I mean?
Right. But
Like-
we don't want to put any pressure on
That's
it.
so
Like
much
you
love.
gotta-
I love y'all. Y'all are so good.
We love you too, buddy.
Y'all are some legends.
You're a legend now. You're a Mac and Don legend.
Mac and I'm a Mad Legend.
Yes.
Dude, so we got
Or
Mad
Mad.
Friends,
Tears to the shit.
Mad Legends. So wait, what's like in between? Like Mad Homies?
Right.
I don't know.
I don't got
We
nothing.
just-
Mad acquaintances.
Mad acquaintances. Once you're on the pod, but once you're on, I feel like we have mad friends that are people that listen to the pod, and then we have people that have been on the pod. Like you're more
Mad
than mad
legends.
friends. Yeah.
Hall of Fame type.
The Hall of Fame, yeah.
But my man X has been on like 4 episodes, so
Right.
he's the bad legend.
So it's like,
I be on the bonus episodes, nigga. Like,
Facts.
nigga.
he's like, they make bonus episodes for me, homie.
Right, hell yeah.
I don't want to put it like that. That's kind of.
No, it's like it's so funny though. Yeah, I like it because you're right.
It is always nice to be on here though. Like, just it's dead ass. Like how I said the last time, it's just kicking with the homies at the end of the day.
And it's
Fucking-
fun. Like
For
once
real.
you relax and just like let loose, versus our first episode where we're not relaxed. You know what I mean? So
Right.
so worried about everything the whole time, and like now we can just chill and like have a therapy session and go on about our day.
Right, for sure.
I feel like that's a big stepping stone for everything that's kind of creative. Is like getting over what other people would say about what you're doing and just doing what you want.
we do.
Yeah, that's
And
true.
just
That's
like
true.
I'll fuck with this, so I'm gonna keep doing it, and then sooner or later, other good people are gonna see what I'm doing, and they're gonna
Yeah.
fuck with it too.
Exactly.
I do feel like one thing we're capturing, like we just said, is like the hang. Like I feel like that's
Exactly.
important to capture. Like all the podcasts I listen to, like I feel like all those people are like my homies, you know,
Exactly.
or
yeah.
like
Yeah.
a part of their lives, you know. 'Cause I'm listening to them
Exactly.
every week, like seeing how their week was and shit. Like
for real.
so. Shout out to everybody that's watching. Let's just say
Yeah,
that.
big shout out.
Love y'all.
Y'all are really just on the other side of the table.
Yeah,
Right, for sure.
we talking to you.
Big chill.
Yeah.
All right,
Anyways,
gentlemen, how we feeling this evening?
I'm feeling pretty good. I'm not gonna lie.
Spectacular.
It's a holiday Monday.
It is a holiday. I'm already off on Mondays though. This is not hitting. It's not hitting like that for me.
Fuck. Fair enough.
I guess it's only really hitting for Don.
Yeah, look at that right here in the middle. Got the drink.
You're off on Mondays usually.
Yeah.
Forgot.
Yeah.
LMAO. That's funny.
Tough.
Yeah, I mean it's a nice day out. It's like the last weekend of the summer. Like
Yeah, for real. It's September now.
Yeah, that's why everybody goes camping and does everything.
Right.
And
All the
Tries to
stuff
get
you
it
were
in.
supposed to do throughout the summer, you're just packing it in during the last
Nah,
weekend.
for
You know?
real.
one
Yeah.
last stitch effort.
Mac was trying to get his car fixed. Mac got rear-ended the other day. You want to tell that story?
Oh yeah.
No.
I had the other day. I had like the worst day ever. So So first of all, I usually fall asleep at like 5 a.m. right? Because I get home from work kind of late, and then I just be chilling, watching TV or whatever. So I fall asleep at my usual like 5 a.m. But then I wake up like mad early for some reason, probably because my cat.
I'm so sorry.
It'd be like that.
Side note,
That guy is.
he is a
I don't
menace.
even know what to do with that guy. But I wake up at like 7 a.m. and I'm like, all right, I only got 2 hours. I'm lucky feeling good. Let me like go run some errands and I'll come back home and fall asleep. So I go, I run some errands, I get groceries, I do a couple other different things, and then I'm back home chilling, smoking a blunt, about to take a nap. And my work calls me. They're like, "Where you at, bro?" I'm like, "What? I'm chilling at home. I'm not supposed to be until like 5." And they're like, "Nah, he was supposed to open today." I was like, "You already an hour and a half late." And I was like, "Oh
Damn.
shit!" I'm like, "I'm fucked." So I literally like rinse my hair out, hop in the car. I'm driving like a maniac on my way to work. Get to work like an hour and a half late. Like everything's like going horribly.
I have not heard this part of the story yet.
Yeah. So I'm just chilling. I get through my shifts, and then I'm like, all right, fine, I can get out of here. I get out at like 6:30 or whatever, and I'm on my way home. And I literally like the first turn after I get out of my job, someone fucking rear ends me.
Like, what happens? Like,
So they were coming up to like a turn signal, and I'm just stopping because it's red or whatever. I'm stopping in the car in front of me.
right or left?
Left.
Okay.
I'm just stopping in the car in front of me, and then the person behind me just straight into my shit.
How hard?
I mean, it felt pretty hard. Like her shit was fucked up, but mine's not that bad.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's
this
good.
is actually doesn't look too bad.
Yeah.
Is it like a bumper replace or what?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I
sure.
probably just have to replace my back bumper.
Yeah.
But her shit was fucked. Like her airbag was blown. Like her radiator was leaking.
Oh, so she got totaled.
Yeah, I'm
Probably.
sure it'll be
Yeah.
totaled.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And I felt bad for her because she was like, "Yeah, my car just got stolen. This is the new one. I just got it today."
Whoa.
Obviously, she can't drive either.
Nah, for real.
Sheesh.
Like, I feel like the only way you can really rear end somebody is
if
there's
you're on your phone.
Yeah, or
like
there is a catastrophic failure, and that's probably going to be the first thing you say when you hop out. Was like,
and how often does that? How often does a catastrophic failure happen?
And that's what
they make it
rarely.
And that's what she said. She was like, my brakes weren't working. I don't know what the fuck happened.
And she just got it that day. There's literally no way.
She's a woman.
Hear this nigga done.
Hilarious.
Done.
Hey, ask my sister how she drives.
Come on, bro.
Yeah,
She be driving like a menace.
got rear-ended, fucking. And then my man X lost his key that day too.
Oh, that's the same day,
Same
bro.
day.
Oh
Wait,
my
this was yesterday?
God.
Nah, this was a couple days ago. I think it was Thursday.
Yeah, I got my windshield cracked coming back from Denver.
Bro, did everybody have a random like bad second half of the day, bro?
It was when
that?
you sent me that Marvin Gaye song, and I was like, "Hey, I'm fucking with this
Yo, yeah, wow.
Yeah,
And you
I
were
was
like,
on my way back.
and you were like, "Have a good day, buddy." And
Yeah.
I texted you later that night, and I was like, "Man, it was a day."
Yeah,
Yeah, you did tell me. You were like, yeah. You're like, fuck.
That day was fucked up. It was going by so good for me, and then I was leaving the apartment from break, and I closed the door and I had locked it. I was like, oh fuck, I think I forgot something. I heard like my water bottle. And I went to go open the door and I was like, ah shit, bro, where are my keys? So I had to call a homie from work to come pick me up in a loaner, like that we hand out to customers.
Right.
And I was like, so my break was like an extra hour because he couldn't just like up and leave.
Right.
And then I come back and I'm like, well, I still got to get into my apartment. So I had to take a loaner all the way to Max Job, which was like 35 minutes away, get that shit, and then drive back. And then I was like, well, like, how am I going to get home now? So they were like, just have Quincy take you back to your apartment and just take the rest of the day off. So I only have like a half day of pay for that one day because I locked my fucking keys in the apartment.
I've done that before. I've done like stupid shit. Like you get all the way to work, you go to open up the door, and it's like my keys are on the table in the dining room.
We gotta find a way to like either like
teleport.
No, we gotta find a way to like we gotta find a secret way to like break into the apartment or like somehow to like leave a spare key somewhere that people wouldn't know. You know what I'm saying?
You do like one knock on the top right corner and one knock on the left corner, and it just like opens up.
But I feel like leaving like a key under the door, man, that's like the most obvious place.
Yeah.
Do that shit. That's like
we used to do that at my last house, but only because it was so obvious that like nobody. I felt like nobody ever
looked. In plain sight type shit.
Yeah, exactly. Right. I feel like it's like nobody's gonna check under the mat.
But at the same time, the way it's set up, like how you have to have a key to get in, I feel like we'd be pretty much safe doing that.
Yeah, because
you guys should have just like a big fake rock in front of the door, and the bottom of the rock is like a diversion. It's like legit a fake rock, but you have like the key on like the top of the window seal.
So like looking under the rock.
The door seal. Yeah.
That shit
would be funny.
That shit would not fly at my old place. I would get Amazon packages, and them niggas would steal that shit. Immediately.
And you didn't. You should invest in a ring.
Oh,
we have one of those.
I had one. I haven't set it up since I got to the new place because I'm like, I don't really feel like there's a need.
Nah, for real.
But
you're just in a better neighborhood now.
I mean for the most part, yeah.
I mean, it has to be compared to what was going on. Like, he be having people lock themselves in the laundry room. Like,
I had niggas doing crack in the laundry room.
Yes,
at
sir.
My last place. Yeah, that shit was wild.
It was down there getting active. I bet it smelled like shit down there.
Low key.
He's like, that shit smells.
No, actually, like the fact it was the laundry room, it made it like mask the smell. You know what I'm saying?
It made the crack smell good.
Right.
It gave it a little lavender hint. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
It didn't smell like regular crack.
The vanilla dryer sheet crack. Yes, sir.
Yeah, but like every other day, the fire department would be there because they would be setting like little small fires and shit.
What the?
They would be like breaking into the thing, grabbing the quarters that you'd put in there. Yeah, like stealing all the quarters and shit.
Bro.
I was gonna text you over the weekend because I got a hotel pretty much on California and 15th Street almost.
Oh, you didn't hit the homies?
It's crazy.
You're probably busy.
We were celebrating a couple of birthdays. Did I not tell you that I was up in Denver?
I think you did tell me.
Yeah. I think I told you. I had to have told you.
You did.
Yeah. But I think it was the days you have work usually, right?
Oh, yeah,
Saturday.
I'm sure.
Like I stayed the night Saturday.
I'm just giving you.
Yeah. I stayed the night Saturday. But dude, the amount of interactions I had with the crackheads.
Oh yeah, because it's right there by where we went with But that's over there by where we went with Chris that one
And
time.
when I tell you we explored, like we went up and down alleys, we went up and in and out of everywhere all night, all night long.
That was me and X the other day on the
for real.
scooters.
On the scooters?
Yeah, and we saw people doing heroin, people doing crack.
Oh,
we saw one dude. He was trying to hang himself from a tree. Like he was over by the tree, right, and he had a bungee cord.
He was
And
like, I'm tired of this.
And he threw the cord over, and Brennan's like, "Hey, buddy." He's like, he says something like, "What's up?" And he's like, "I'm getting ready to hang myself." And Brennan's like, "Ha ha ha! Me too. You should." And then we keep walking, and
Suicide pact.
yeah, and I mean, this bungee cord was about like yay big. So
Oh man, he would have been gone quick.
Yeah, for real.
No
the
room
way
for
I
error.
envisioned it is like he would tie it around and then tie a little hole, and then he would just like bounce up and down. You know what I mean?
Go from like choking to
This
not
is
choking,
not
choking to
funny.
not choking.
Yeah.
This is not funny.
Yeah, and Brennan was a savage. He was like, "Bro, you should just kill yourself or something like that." And,
This
and
is
we were
not
all like,
funny.
It was so like, it's pretty bad down over there. Like,
Oh yeah, it
I'm
is.
trying to think of specifically what street, but the tents like lined up all the way across.
Oh, right there in California, because it's
yeah.
crazy.
They have gazebos and like.
They should like outlaw camping or something like that.
Yeah, it's bad. It's pretty bad, and like they're like crackheads across the street, like shut up, like across the street, and and Brendan was just talking normally. He was just like, yeah, something, and they're all like, shut up, like all crazy across the street, and they're like in their tents and shit.
Hey man, you know what they say? We're all like what do they say? We're all like a paycheck away from being that guy.
Hey, nah, for real.
You never know. Which is why I'll never give him money, because I needed more.
Hey, that's why we were with one dude. I think it was my boy, and he's like, yeah, I feel bad, and I was like, buddy, Walmart is hiring right now. I was like, you don't need to feel bad, because reason being is because we walked into 7-Eleven and this one guy was like, buy me a Slurpee. You gonna buy me a Slurpee? And then we were like laughing about it, and I was like, I ain't not buying him a Slurpee. But Dylan was like, oh man, should I buy? He's like, I should buy him a Slurpee, huh? I should buy him a Slurpee. And I was like, please don't buy this fucking guy a fucking
I think we
Slurpee.
just.
Why?
I think we came up with this.
Because Walmart is hiring, bro. You don't
I
need to
know.
be homeless in front of a 7-Eleven.
But like,
you don't need
it's
to
a
be
Slurpee, bro.
Yeah,
You
that's
there. I
can't
know.
slide a
It's
like
like
Slurpee.
$1.89. It's $1.89.
Yeah, for real.
The taxes went up.
Texas went up.
I got no cash on me. I'm not. You
These
gonna
last
make me
two
run my
dollars-
card? You gonna make me run my card?
These last $2 is for sticks, bro. I can't get you that.
How many
Slurpee,
people
right?
a day he asks to
Right.
get him a Slurpee? That's why he's there.
Hey, at least he's
He knows it works.
At least he's staying hydrated. You know.
Hey, bro.
Yeah,
Gotta
It's a lot-
drink
he
something.
knows
That's
it
a
works.
lot of calories.
He knows this, if
Exactly.
he asks 100 people who go to 7-Eleven, at least 20 of them gonna give him a Slurpee.
Hey, bro.
But I think we came up with this thought experiment last time. Like, would you make more money asking people for money at a gas station or panhandling on the side of the street with a sign?
At a gas station for sure.
You think so? I would think
and not-
panhandling.
Nah, I would say not in like actual money.
Are they
but,
both
like,
the same thing, pretty much? It's just location.
Yeah, but
Not
that's the
necess-
thing.
But the thing is, at the gas station, you got to go up to the people and be like, "Hey, can I get $1 or something?"
But most gas stations don't allow that, so a lot of those people are
you sure?
in and
'Cause
out.
Nah, they gonna
Every
be
gas
outside. They gonna be
station-
right outside that door.
Like I've seen some crazy shit. Like I've seen a big SUV with the back window blown out, and they've got a piece of cardboard, and it's a fucking essay. It's just like $100. You know what I mean? Like it's all a marketing scheme. You know what I mean? It's all location. And I know at Come and Go they got fed up with that shit, and they're like, nah, like you gotta move. And then even in front of King Supers, I've seen the King Supers people come out and be like, you gotta keep moving, bud. Like you gotta go.
Maybe at a higher end gas station like Come and Go, but
Yeah,
your
for
local
real.
7-Eleven, they don't give a fuck.
Exactly.
Man.
King Supers?
Especially somewhere downtown.
King
Like,
Supers on
Exactly.
Hancock.
Okay, King Supers for sure. Okay, I can see that. We just saw a homeless guy right there, right now,
Yeah,
just now.
facts,
Yeah, and they were like, move on, like get to stepping, and that shit ain't bougie.
Well, yeah. But I'm saying,
Bro.
And Come and Go is the only gas station I'm going to. Thank you very much.
Come and Go is the superior
It's
gas station.
Come and Go without a doubt.
That's
This video is not sponsored by Come and Go, but I fucks with Come and Go.
That's just because
Why do you fuck
that's
with
just because
Come
we
and Go?
don't know.
I got the app, and every time
me
every
too.
time I fuel up with my phone,
Yeah.
it sets up the pump for me. So I literally pull up, put it in park. I pull up the app. I hit fuel. You tell it what pump you're on. It charges your card. I step out, and then I get gas, and then it gives me 30 cents off almost every time.
Yep.
30 cents
That's
off.
elite.
So if it's
I've been getting money off my coffee, money off my donuts, money off
Yeah.
gas.
right, like, and sometimes they'll be giving me like sodas for free. Like I can get an extra large, like big ass cup, bigger than my fucking head, of whatever the fuck I want for free.
God damn.
Yeah, Come and Go is definitely the superior gas station, but that's only because we don't have a Buc-ee's here in Colorado.
What is Buc-ee's?
Oh, dog, they have them in like Texas and then the
Aren't they
South.
building one? They're building one here in
Maybe.
Colorado.
Oh.
They're building one here in Colorado.
Dog, that'd be gas.
I'm
It's
pretty
like
sure.
it's like a gas station. It's like everything you want in a gas station. Like you could get like
I've heard good things, but I
like
didn't
a
know
mini-
that
it's
you
like
were
a-
gonna say
it's
that.
like a mini grocery store kind of in there. Like
Oh,
Yeah.
yo.
it's like you just have more shit than a gas station.
Okay, yeah.
And
It's
you
like an
can-
emporium. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like of
yeah.
everything you
Okay.
could ever want.
Like that's somewhere you would want to
Buc-ee's.
stop at on a road trip or something. You
Like
could-
a real bodega type shit.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah, it's pretty crazy. It's like huge, massive. Like
Yeah, it's huge.
Oh, fuck.
And it
yeah.
has like like some of them have like 100 pumps and shit.
Oh,
like,
shit.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
these
Yeah.
get fucking, like,
run
huge.
deep. Yeah,
Yeah. Because places
I've never
that
been
have, like,
though. Just to clarify.
Yeah, I've never been to.
I've just heard a lot about it.
I mean,
I've
this
never
might be
been
a
actually
very
ever.
boring conversation. Gas station brands, but Mavericks. There's a lot popping up lately.
Not gonna cap
What are these? Why do you know about these?
Mavericks.
Yes, what is
They
Mavericks?
just built one right by the Fountain Mesa.
You've never been to a Mavericks?
No.
They have
Oh,
a
they
bunch of
got a-
them here in the Springs.
They got a bunch of them.
It's just a gas station.
Yeah.
It has the mountain on it or whatever.
Got nothing for you, bro. Swear to God.
That's
Oh,
crazy.
man, they got 'em
He
in
works
a-
in the automotive industry and he doesn't know about.
Yeah, they got them in Aurora, but
But they're everywhere.
thing- the
There's
thing
one
about
right
Ma-
by the Dutch. Have you been to the
No.
Dutch off of Mesa?
but the thing
No.
about
No?
about Mavericks is they got like good food, like actual good
Yeah.
food. They
What?
got like
Sometimes they have
Cinnabons.
Cinnabon in there.
Yeah, they got Cinnabons, but they got good like breakfast burritos and
Uh-huh.
shit. Like,
Bro, what? I've never heard of either of these places.
I'm
y'all just
so
brought up. What the
confused
fuck
as
are
to
you
why he
talking
doesn't
about?
know what
How
we're
would
talking
I know
about.
this?
Because
well, there's
they're
one in our
everywhere.
neighborhood.
Oh,
They're everywhere. I feel like
I really have
they're
never.
relatively new. I'll give you that.
They're new in the Springs.
They're
Okay.
newish in the Springs, but they have this thing called a beer cave, and it's literally like it's all bougie. Like it's built up to look like a mountain cave,
Mhm.
and it has all beer, like everything you could ever want in there, and then Cinnabon right next door, and a
Yep.
bunch of breakfast sandwiches. Like the reason I went there is because like I had a couple of manual labor jobs, and if you do manual labor at all, like if you do landscaping or when I was
Construction.
construction, when I was doing the moving company, like they always stop at the gas station first thing in the morning, always,
And
like,
for lunch.
and for lunch usually, and that's what you have, like that you just eat off of that. So it's either Come and Go or Mavericks usually is the best place to go, unless you're at 7-Eleven. Then you gotta you gotta just not be picky.
Taquitos or something.
Yeah, you can't be picky at 7-Eleven because 7-Eleven, honestly, if we're doing a tier list right now, is at my bottom. Like I avoid 7-Eleven.
Yeah, for sure. Even their gas and shit.
Yeah, they always have the most expensive gas. They got rid of all Arizona products, which is like my favorite drink.
The raspberry bread still hit to this day, though. You gotta put some respect on that.
Yeah, but raspberry brisk
Don put me on though, but those RX Energy,
can't get at 7-Eleven.
those are gas though.
You
Oh,
can't get
bro.
them at 7-Eleven. They banned all Arizona products because they wouldn't raise their prices.
They banned them.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
So
That's
you know
crazy.
what 7-Eleven did? They made copies of them. You can get 7 select brands of the herbal tonic, and it's just not as good. Like in
What
my
the
opinion, it's
fuck?
just not as good because they undercut it. You know what I mean?
The sweet tea one's kind of good, but it's not as good as Arizona.
But Come and Go, every Arizona product plus RXTs.
Y'all are
And
really
then-
dick riding Come and Go right
Man,
now.
dog,
Whoa,
it's
whoa,
the
whoa.
superior
No,
gas station.
no. Listen to this. I drink a lot of energy drinks. Admittedly, Come and Go best energy drinks. If you go to the 7-Eleven,
Best
they
gas
don't have-
station coffee too. Best
gas
gas station
Come
coffee.
and Go has
hands
the best
down.
coffee. I can't even lie. Creamer, The whole works.
I'm not impressed, bro. I'm not going.
Oh my god, this
I'm not
dude be
going.
going to 7-Eleven. I guarantee it.
Bro,
He be
like,
eating the.
what is the difference for real? Like,
Have you ever been in a 7-Eleven?
I go
Have you ever
into-
been in a 7-Eleven?
I go into 7-Eleven and Come and Go and all that type of shit for the same shit, and that is a raspberry brisk and some gummy bears, and
Fair
that's
enough.
literally it.
Fair enough. I be
So
going
like, I
for
do not go in
Arizona?
there for
We be
like
going for
honey
a little-
bun.
Arizona's my go-to.
Nah, the raspberry brisk just hit way too different.
And then,
I don't give a
are you
fuck.
into
Dog,
energy
we gotta
drinks?
get off this cup.
Nah, bro. I bet. Nah, this
Bro,
is serious.
This is
dead
serious.
fucking serious.
This is not real.
No, I'm dead fucking serious.
Y'all
Do
are
you
not
have
real.
are you into energy drinks at all?
No, nigga.
No? Are you into energy
I'm
drinks
not
at all?
either. I'm more of a coffee guy.
Yeah, exactly.
So, when you start to get tired around 2 p.m., you just drink more coffee?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
That should be making my stomach upset. Like, an energy drink
You
is
a
just
shitty
like...
boy?
You got a point. Me too.
You a little shitty boy?
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Hey, my boy.
Me too.
Hella shitty. You know what I'm saying?
Hella-
Shout out to shitty boys.
Nah, for real.
I be drinking energy drinks because they're light, sparkly, like, it's... It gets me wired as fuck. Like, that's what I like.
They
It's like, I
somehow
need to pick me
somehow
up. Like,
seem
I'm just like,
more. They somehow seem more unhealthy than the coffee.
Yeah, for
to
real.
me personally.
You taking energy drinks like it's
Maybe it's just like a perception thing.
it really is unhealthy, and like,
like,
but I just really like get in the zone. Like, I get so that caffeine. It's addictive. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, but do you think there's more caffeine in a coffee drink than?
brother, the strongest cup of coffee you get is nowhere near the
even like
weakest cup of
even like
energy
a
drink.
shot of espresso though.
Yeah.
So a shot of espresso has what people don't know about coffee is that you can only consume a certain amount of caffeine from coffee before your body starts rejecting it. Because it's a diuretic, like tea. If you drink so much tea, your body will just start pushing out of your urinary tract.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
one time I drank like a gallon of sweet tea in one day. It was
Straight
kind of
pissing.
shit, and I threw it up. I was like,
Oh, for
my
real?
body was like, I was starting getting nauseous. I was like, what the
Does your
fuck's
tongue
going on?
does your mouth get super dry when you drink coffee?
No, it just
You know what I'm talking about on your tongue, though.
I just start to get like coffee breath. You know what I'm saying?
Fair enough.
Yeah,
You
that's-
don't be
yeah.
getting like your tongue feels dry
A
off
little
of
bit,
coffee.
but usually whenever I drink anything that's caffeinated, I usually start drinking water like immediately right after that.
Which is what I do with
You're
energy
smart, you're
drinks.
smart.
Which is what I do with energy drinks.
That's
Like,
what I do with alcohol.
If I
Yeah,
ever
bro.
get an energy drink, I usually just get like a 16-ounce can, right? I usually get like a C4, which is like one of the stronger ones.
Okay.
But I always get like a smart water to accompany it,
Mhm.
and then like either before or after, I'll drink the entire smart water.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
like you know what I mean, and some. But that's how I justify it being healthy
Mhm.
because C4 has 300 milligrams of caffeine.
God
right?
damn, bitch.
And that just gets me just in the zone. Like I get so much shit done. It's not even funny. It's
Bro.
like
That's crazy.
At what point should we just start taking Adderall?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I was about to say. I'm like, you're taking energy drinks as Adderall.
right.
Are you?
Oh.
Oh no, I'm good. Y'all can have it.
Well, let's just do a switcheroo, Dom.
Yes, sir. The real pie heads over there. I don't like to get that high.
Fair enough.
Y'all are different.
Oh man, the other day I got home from work and I took an edible, and then I started smoking, and I was done for the next day.
That's how it is, bro.
Fucking bad.
I
It's
was
the
fucking
tolerance.
Done for.
It's the tolerance.
I didn't wake up till like 3 p.m. I woke up and I was like, it's like when you take a nap during the day and you wake up and it's nighttime and you're like,
What
the fuck?
fucking year is it?
Yeah, it was like one of those, and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh man, I gotta snap out of this.
it's just like energy drinks, bro. It's like the tolerance.
Yeah.
Y'all ever had yerba mate?
Say that one more time.
Yerba mate.
What is that?
It's a tea, but it's kind of like an energy drink. It has 150 milligrams of caffeine in it.
Is that
And it's kind of like an annoying people drink, if like those weird creatives kind of thing.
like kombucha kind of?
Yeah, type shit.
I got you.
But it's actually really fucking good. And it does help you focus pretty well. I'm not gonna lie. Whenever when I first started producing, I was on yerba mate. I was like, damn, this shit like got me really like in depth into this shit. Like I could do whatever I felt like fully focused off
Well,
yerba mate.
caffeine was first discovered by the fucking Muslims in the Middle East,
Oh, for real.
like forever ago,
Mhm.
and them niggas created meth off of the caffeine.
Bro, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's a fun fact about coffee in general.
And then they brought it to Western Europe in like the 1600s or maybe not 16, maybe either way they brought it to
Back in the day.
Yeah, they brought it the Islamic people or whatever brought the caffeine to Western Europe, and then all of a sudden they went from like drinking beer and shit all the time to they basically went from alcohol to caffeine and became way more productive.
Damn.
They went from like that's like basically what like kind of sparked the Industrial Revolution. You went from like more farms to
Even before that, like
factories. Like imagine you want people like more on their toes in a factory. You don't want them like drunk as shit. Like whereas if you're working
medieval times, like
right. If you're doing day labor on a farm all day, like you can like be drinking beer all day and like
sweat that shit out.
Whereas
like,
if you're like in a factory,
wine,
if you're
shit
like
like that,
drunk, you might fucking cut your finger off.
Yeah, exactly.
Because back in the day, like that's what they used to do primarily because it was safer than actually drinking clean or rather water because you get diarrhea from water. But if you drank like wine and shit like that,
since
it just was drunk all the time.
Yeah, since it was distilled.
Yeah, and so as soon as they found out about coffee, like the game changed. And
just fucking went at it.
I would argue that the East had a similar effect with tea. Like that's why tea became
coffee and tea, basically the same thing.
Right.
Like, with the caffeine.
Tea has caffeine in it, so
yeah.
It was a huge import and export.
Right. And so they were on it way before the Europeans were.
Yeah.
And so that's why they were. I wouldn't say that's why they were more advanced, but it played a part in
exactly.
their societies being more advanced with like math, technology, and things like that.
Yeah,
and they
for real.
brought it over.
For real. Ancient civilizations are cool as fuck. Or not even just ancient, just like feudal times and all that kind of shit.
Oh, yeah.
Just history in general to me is cool as fuck.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I regret like about college is that I dropped out before I could like take any like real history classes.
Yeah, that's for real.
I was taking like a whole bunch of like electives and business shit, and I was like,
this is trash.
right.
Just math all day, numbers and shit.
Oh god, yeah.
Fuck that.
There was always nuggets of information that were worth staying, though. You know what I mean?
For sure. I really fuck with my philosophy class. Like, I still be spitting shit from that shit to this day, especially on the pod.
Everything I taught you about Premiere Pro, I know from school. I don't think I would know, like, as much, because our high school didn't have stuff like that, and if they did, I didn't
I
didn't do it.
I actually took one of those in high school, and that shit was trash.
Yeah, I took one, like, way back in the day, and I was just like, it was just like a kind of website development, and then I was like, okay, and then I went to a robotics club after class, and I was just like, okay, and then I even did a summer school thing for cybersecurity, and I finished the whole program, and I like graduated, and they were doing like internships at this place, but we went to this place, and they gave it was pretty dope. You know what I mean? They had you could tell they made lots of money. You could tell they had a lot of advanced equipment. Like they had.
I was about to say, you should be in tech right now making a bag.
For real.
Yeah. But they had this presentation, and everybody was like asleep on the table. Like,
wow.
Yeah, and like they were showing us what they do during the day, and I was like, wow, this is so boring. You know what I mean? I was like, I was asleep. Like we were there for like over an hour, and I just could not wait for it to end. And I was like, geez, because it was just,
I think that's just how it is in high school, honestly.
Yeah, for real, because like, you don't all the way give a fuck about something like that, and you're like there at this 2-hour presentation over something you don't really know if you really fuck with.
Right.
It's automatic.
And I was good at it. You know what I mean? Like I understood it well, and I liked coding, and I learned a lot from it. You know what I mean? I learned a lot about computers that I never would have learned outside of it, and I'm glad I went.
For sure.
But it really somehow deterred me from it. It pushed me like more into art. Like it pushed me more into like I want to do stuff that like I think is like pretty. You know, like
fuck with that. Fuck it.
You know, and like I just have been developing this taste for art. You know what I mean? Like over time, I kind of just like flipped a switch. I was like, I don't want nothing to do with cybersecurity, because a lot of it is they want you to go into the NSA, and they want you to
spy on people.
Yeah, they want you to do. I talked to people that were in the NSA. I talked to people that were in security programs.
Yeah, that should be getting crazy.
I was like, I just like it's a lot of pen testing, which is short for penetration testing. And it was mostly commercial, like Home Depot and stuff like that. Like Home Depot has a software, like a website, and like people hire other people to try to find the flaws in their system so they can make it more securable.
Oh, so like try to hack into their shit?
Yeah, like if a bank hired somebody to rob their bank. You know what I mean?
Oh, so it's
That
all
would
some
be-
like play shit.
Nigga, that shit would be kind of fun as fuck though. Try to rob banks and they're just like, okay, thanks.
That
Here's,
would be
like,
dope,
50K.
sure.
A little bit, but I don't know. That just feels like imaginary. Like, let me hire someone to rob my bank so I can see how secure our shit is.
What if it was
yeah,
like
for
a
sure.
fire
But
drill?
it's only like that one time. Like
What if-
I think I was telling you before how like at my job our whole pay system got hacked by the Russians.
Yo, what?
Yeah. Everyone's paychecks were fucked for months. No
God
one
damn.
was getting paid right.
What the fuck?
People were getting overpaid. People were getting underpaid. People weren't getting paid at all.
Yo,
Crazy
imagine
shit.
not getting paid at all, bro. And you live
Imagine.
in Denver? Fuck no.
Oh yeah, for sure. People were fucked.
Oh yeah, I bet, bro. How do you even explain that? Do you get like a reference letter from your GM or some shit like that? Like, yo, I'm not getting paid, my nigga.
Yeah, I don't know, but basically the Russians hacked into our shit, and like it had all like essential information like our email and our name, all that shit.
Damn.
So they basically just gained hella info.
For real, they could have got your. They could have just stole your identity.
Yeah,
Because
I
it's your
mean,
paycheck.
not fully, but yeah,
Yeah.
you have your name and email. You could,
They could steal your information easily.
yeah, you get your name and email. You get access to a lot, basically.
I was involved that summer. I was involved in a program called ethical hacking, and so they basically
Nice.
teach you how to like hack, but in an ethical way.
I feel like we're on some Lex Friedman type shit. This is going a little bit over my head. Just
Nah, for real.
It was offered by our school. It was through another high school, but it was a program extended to us that I got to be a part of.
Down on his big brain shit, bro. My shit finna.
Yeah, I don't know.
Really
I've always been super interested in computers. I think that's what it is.
Word. What's that?
because technology is crazy,
Have you ever thought about a computer? You know what I mean?
bro. You ever thought about
Like-
how the computer changed the whole world?
Yeah. Have you ever thought
I mean,
about
yeah,
like
that's-
the
that's
things
facts,
involved in a computer, like
Maybe
a
not-
microchip?
Maybe not
You
the
know what I mean?
computer, but the internet. Just
Come on, like
Uh-huh.
come on, let's be real. A microchip, like the thing that makes a computer work, is this little piece of gold and solder and a couple of other things that's essentially lightning in a piece of plastic that we put in that gives lightning in a piece of metal. You know what I mean? And just like in our brains, we have electricity in our brains. It's like a fucking brain that we program, essentially.
I mean, yeah, a computer basically is a brain.
It's just compiled of ones and zeros, which is super simple to understand. It's usually like a pattern.
Binary.
Right. So binary is what the original computer was. It was just a calculator. You know what I mean? It calculated ones and zeros, which is on a timeline we can understand because numbers are like symbols we created to understand quantities.
All right. Let me ask this. Since we're kind of talking about ancient civilizations before, what do y'all think about like how technology is basically accelerating our rate of, I wouldn't say evolution, but like,
Knowledge, wisdom.
or like imagine like just take the past. Let's take the past like 100 years. Like it's 2023, right? 100 years ago it was 1923, and think about the technology we had, right?
World War One.
Right.
Yeah, for real.
Like post World War One, I think.
So in that 100 years, we went from
Like just getting tires on cars and
right,
shit.
just creating a car to having
A car that drives it fucking self.
exactly
And knowledge.
the internet, all that.
And knowledge.
Oh, wait, well, let me finish my point.
Internet is
Let me finish my
knowledge.
point.
You know?
Look at 1823 compared to 1923.
Facts.
Not that huge of a difference.
Huge in comparison that, like, if you believe something, like if you believed ghosts were real and you saw a ghost one time and you told me that there were ghosts, like, I wouldn't be able to Google that shit. My whole life, I wouldn't.
Exactly.
I'd probably talk to a minimum of like 50 people in my whole life. You know what I mean? Like, because, like, you might have the luxury of having a vehicle, but it doesn't go far. You know what I mean?
exactly.
You don't have Google. You don't have a GPS. You don't have anything.
And so this is something I've been stuck on recently is like the wisdom, the knowledge, everything we know is from our teachers who also had the internet. You know what I mean? The internet is a huge library of all of human knowledge, all of human experiences. And so this is something I've been stuck on recently where I'm just like, our brains aren't built for that. Our brains our brains were used to riding horses and frolicking and fucking, you know what I mean? Just
we still basically have the same brain as a caveman, but with super advanced technology at the tip of our finger.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like
almost by accident. You know what I mean?
Our brain still operates in that like primal mode. You know what I'm saying? Like we still have fight or flight.
It's like chimps. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's like watching a bunch of chimps figure out a calculator.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? But that's eventually we just got good with it. You know.
But back to my original question, like, where do you think we go from here? Like, it's almost like the compound effect, but with technology. You know what I'm saying? Like,
exactly. I think,
like, I feel like it only gets crazier. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, with the compound effect, it goes from like 1 to 2 to like 200 to 2 million, like that. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we're compounding so much, like on the end of technology. I'm like,
I think,
in like 5 years, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, shit could get crazy
I'm
for us.
scared.
We could be fighting.
I'm not gonna lie.
We could be fighting a war with robots and
You're not
droids,
scared?
like on
You don't think so?
on some Star Wars shit.
Exactly.
We could like
I'm worried.
be-
I'm legit worried.
we could be fighting
That's
for our
something bad's gonna
lives.
bro.
Like COVID, but like technology wise. You know what I mean? Like it's hard to explain, but like COVID's just a virus that we can't even see that was just like
what
taking
if-
people out. But like
What if they replaced the military and the police with robots?
that's what I'm saying. Like
Exactly.
iRobot, bro.
Yeah.
Like I was saying earlier, that movie
Exactly.
holds up. That shit scares the fuck out of me. Those robots turn on them.
It would be humans
Those
versus.
robots turn on them.
It would be literally alien versus predator, humans versus robots type shit.
It's
Bro.
been like a story throughout time. You watch Age of Ultron? No, you didn't watch it. You watch Age of Ultron?
It's a robot, bro. Just get a bucket of water. And
Ah,
That's what you think, but bro, come
What
on.
if they're waterproof?
Robot. What do you? We're gonna.
We got
we're gonna
hella
be dumb-
waterproof
We're gonna be
technology.
dumb
My
enough.
phone is waterproof,
We're gonna
bro.
be dumb
Yeah.
enough to waterproof a
Yeah, most
robot.
definitely.
A
It's
gonna
robot
get-
with
no,
a
it's
fucking.
gonna-
Yeah,
It's
because
gonna-
listen to this.
No, no, no,
We're gonna
no,
have
no,
robots
no, no,
do
no.
jobs
It's
like
gonna
under
get to
the
a-
ocean and
It's
shit
gonna
like
get
that.
to
You know
a
what I
point
mean?
where a
We'll
robot
need it
can
for
build
necessity.
itself.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's gonna get to a point.
Autonomous is what the word
We're
is.
basically, I think Joe Rogan or Elon Musk, one of these dudes said it, but they were like, we're basically the sex organs for robots. We are literally the things making our own demise. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
Like these things are gonna be immortal. They're gonna outlast us. You know what I mean? This is our legacy.
Bro, we still program them though. Like at the end
Right,
of the day.
right.
But what
And
if
then
we
when there's
program
one last guy who's a genius and who has been building robots, you know what I mean? And he's
No,
gonna be,
you
he's
know
gonna be
there's
like, have you ever seen the movie number 9? It's
No.
just 9. This guy essentially puts his souls in like 9 different puppets, and they have to like traverse the apocalypse.
Okay.
And I'm like, that's some crazy shit that I feel like would happen. Like if a man could put his like soul into it, you know what I mean, and they could like think for themselves. Like I don't even know what a soul would be, you know. But
I mean, that's also like that series Raised by Wolves.
okay,
It's basically kind of what we're talking about. It's made by Ridley Scott. He made some I think he made some other shit.
Alien.
Yeah,
Ridley
yeah.
Scott did Alien.
Yeah, well, he made this series on too, but it's basically it's like in the future, and it's kind of just what we're talking about. It's like aliens versus robots, and these aliens can basically blend in with us, so they could basically look and sound just human.
They're still humans too.
No,
Okay.
they're complete robots, but they can look like humans. It's like
But they
cyborgs,
took
kind
over.
of.
They took over the human identity.
Yeah, but they're like trying to take over humans. They're like hunting them down.
So they're still humans.
No,
No.
they're complete robots.
How are you hunting them down if they're still humans?
Oh, no. I thought you were saying are the robots still
No,
humans?
no.
There are still humans, yes.
Okay.
It's like a war.
Yeah,
It's
right.
like a war. That's
Yeah,
what
I'm
we were just talking
Okay.
about. But this one dude programs these 2 robots to raise a family of humans.
Okay.
And they're supposed to be like the new race, like that's gonna like integrate with, you know what I'm
Society.
saying? That's gonna like create peace or whatever.
Okay.
But they all like, and then they create like a mom and a dad and send them off into space. And then they hit a planet and they're like, all right, just raise them. So like, be good and accept everybody, things like that. Whatever.
Good morals.
Yeah, basically. But but that's what they're programmed to do. But the robots like basically go crazy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, a whole bunch of shit.
The mom and dads.
What the fuck?
Yeah. That's basically the premise of it. I didn't finish it, but it gets pretty crazy.
Why do you think something like that could actually happen, like in another universe, and that's how like we have those crafts that Bob Lazar was talking about? Is that they just were like, hey, go to this planet, or just like shoot the motherfuckers out into space?
Think about it, we've advanced in such a short amount of time. Because when we were kids, we still have VHS, and now we have iPhones, which is a stark comparison.
That's exactly the point I was making. Yeah, that shit's crazy.
Analog versus what we have now is a stark comparison.
Think about the phone.
And so imagine across the universe, not where we are, someone started this 1,000,000 years ago.
Yeah,
think about the phone.
This is old fucking news to them. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, who knows what we're going to do in the next couple of years versus what they've already accomplished. You know what I mean? That's why Nope was so influential to me. Like, I felt it like it had a huge impact in my mind because I was just like, fuck, like, if there was ever somebody else like who was a little bit more advanced than us, like they would just, you know what I mean? There's no guarantee that they would have, and they would be anything like us. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, but I don't really feel like they would have beef with us because, like, what are we gonna do to them if they're that advanced?
Like, are you familiar with Predator? Did you watch Predator?
Oh yeah, fuck with Predator. Predator is hard as shit. His whole Predator is hard as fuck.
All about finding the most elite. You know what I mean?
Killing that nigga.
Right,
that's why I fuck with Predator.
And that's what I'm worried about. Is like we haven't encountered some dude that's like, you know what I mean? Like in like you've seen Dragon Ball, right? Or like Naruto. There's always like one dude who comes across the universe and he's like, I've been looking for some ass to whoop, and I've whooped everybody's ass, and I've run out of ass to whoop.
Fucking One Punch Man.
Yeah. He's like, I run out of all asses to whoop, and I'm ready to whoop your ass. And then there's always one guy on Earth that's like, nah,
run your face, nigga.
He's like, I'm gonna run that shit.
Up your fisticuffs, bitch ass nigga. I'm finna run your face.
Yeah, you got.
Which unfortunately we don't have a Superman or anything, so we're fucked.
Wait a minute. Are we assuming that these are something that's other than human?
Yeah,
you know
bro.
Well, if it's not of this planet, then it's not human. If it's not of this planet, remember I was telling you about how different atmospheres create different people.
Right. Okay.
So reptiles could come across the universe, and like we would think it was weird, but in their home planet, like, it wouldn't be weird. You know what I mean? Like,
but
if they were
do you think a reptile would like with that same logic? Do you think a different species would even be able to even land or be here to even conduct some type of business? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel like if it wasn't humanoid type shit,
if it's a completely different atmosphere, completely different environment,
I'm saying,
how would they adapt to it?
I'm saying if they had time. If they had a million years ahead of us, you know what I mean? Like, they've already started before we humans were even on this planet. You know what I'm saying? Or like, does that make sense? Yeah. Where like they've had more time than us, that I could see them building aircraft that would allow them to do the same thing that we do to get to space.
Or like a bodysuit or some shit.
Exactly. Like if it was a water planet, they would just have water circulating in their gills.
Yeah, because remember, only 95%. But how are you
gonna change your whole anatomy just to get to a different planet?
If you really wanted to
change your anatomy, you'll just wear the suit.
Okay.
Plus, you can imagine they would come here to be like, oh, this is a crazy ass species. They fucking shoot missiles at each other and shit. Right. And they fight over land. If you really wanted to research people, you would find a way to adapt to that place. If you wanted to figure out oh, what the fuck, or if you like wanted to eventually, like, let's say they wanted to take over Earth or some shit, and you really wanted to study the kind of people that live there, I bet you they would take the time to come down and research.
Maybe if they were intelligent enough, but I'm worried about a predator type species that's like that. You seen Zathora too? The Zorgons? They just set fire to everything. You know what I mean? It's just a common theme of like these motherfuckers coming down.
I feel like you're basing aliens off movies though.
Yeah, okay, but you're right. But movies are just stories we tell about.
But if an alien is that advanced, it's gonna have enough logic to think, oh, they probably not fucking with us. We could literally just sneak in here.
But I think they would do it like unintentionally. Like, you know how we like unintentionally like kill off species and shit of animals
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like how Columbus bitch ass came over and accidentally killed all the fucking natives because of diseases.
Yeah,
and shit.
that was half accidental and half him being an asshole.
Exactly.
But yeah, kind of like that. You know what I'm saying? What if they come over and like, just like that same scenario, give us a disease that's like unknown by humans. It kills off 95% of the population.
See, that's another thing to think about.
You know what I'm saying? Because they just. That's what I'm saying. Because I think you're halfway right.
Mm-hmm.
But I think they would just do it unknowingly.
In our movies,
it'd be like a kid like stepping on an ant or something, or stepping on an anthill.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
It's
I think about that all the time. Like, I read something that was like,
that's not necessarily malicious on the kids.
Right.
Yeah,
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, I read this thing that was like, if you could hold the earth in the palm of your hand, you could rub your thumb over it and differentiate between a house and another house. Like,
I think he was saying I know the exact clip you're talking about, but I think he was saying you can't.
He was saying it was smooth, right?
Yeah.
That was Neil, right?
Yeah.
Grass Tyson. He was
I think
talking about
so.
If you touch it, it'd be like feeling a cue ball.
Yeah.
Huh.
He said, yeah.
You wouldn't be able to tell the differentiate between like
Water,
Mount
land,
Everest
yeah.
and water, land.
It would just be smooth as fuck.
Fair enough.
Yeah, because you're just at that such large a scale.
Uh-huh.
Where it's like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids type
Right.
shit.
Yeah. And,
I guess we
bro,
wouldn't feel anything. That would be nice.
I mean, maybe. I feel like us as humans would feel it if someone was rubbing their finger against.
Imagine those
Well, it would
winds.
kill us instantly, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
I would just hope it would be fucking like.
That's assuming that there's an object or sentient being that's literally as larger than the whole universe.
Right, like an ant looking at a human. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the human takes a little bit of fucking. You know what I mean? I guess it depends how it goes.
I guess it depends on your perception. Like maybe there is something like that. And we're just maybe we're the ants thinking like, oh, that's impossible. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Whereas the ant probably he thinks, oh yeah, that human shit, y'all are crazy.
Yeah,
Right.
for real.
Like there's not something anything that big.
Like if we look up and there's a giant shoe, you know what I mean? Just coming down.
About to come down
Right.
and just step on that shit, bro. We'd be like, hey, yo,
That's
the
what I'm
fuck is
thinking,
that?
and then hopefully we just die instantly.
Right. Like isn't like in the Bug's Life in that ants movie, like aren't humans like a myth or some shit?
No, they
And then
exist.
they finally
No.
they exist, but then they finally see it and they're like, yo
Yeah.
When?
on the movie Ants or Bug's Life.
I'm pretty sure it's
Ants,
Bug's
I
Life.
think.
Wait.
Because A Bug's Life, he goes to the city, and the city has like the can and everything, and they're in like a tomato can or something like
the
that.
grasshoppers are the hops.
Right. And but
I just remember
in ants,
and ants.
I think one of them gets separated from the ant hill, and they're out like
and they see the like a picnic or some shit.
yeah.
It'd be like that, you know.
Yeah.
Like,
But I don't think we'd ever see something like look off into the distance and see somebody like having a picnic. You know what I mean? Wouldn't that be scary as fuck if like right behind the moon,
right?
There was like something bigger and it was just like two people having a picnic.
But we're just thinking about scales here. That's from an ant.
That's what I'm saying.
But that's from an ant scale.
Does the ant see the human? Is my question.
Yeah, they do because their scale is from ant to human, but ours is from human to some
grain of sand.
No, not really. Ours is from like human to something bigger. Like
bro.
you got to think like
Fucking space
human,
octopus.
like
Yeah.
ant compared to human compared to what's bigger,
The next thing.
bagger than that. You know what I'm saying?
Probably a lot of things out there, right?
Probably
It's gotta
maybe
be.
you
There's
just
literally no.
who
Apparently,
knows?
space is growing. They say.
And I bet there's something that like
They say
survives
that, but who
out
the
there.
fuck really knows?
Right.
Exactly.
But there's so much space out there. Like everywhere is prime environment to create something else, obviously, because the planets and the stars were created somehow. So it's like, what if an entity was created just out of space? You know what I mean? Like matter cannot be created or destroyed, but what if it's already like a thing that exists in space? Does that make sense? And it just doesn't need to breathe or smoke or drink. You know what I mean? It's just like a tentacle being, but it just like traverses space. You know what I mean?
Dog, I think this conversation got to end. You
think that's too outlandish?
Yeah.
No, not that that's too outlandish. I think
not
that's just a little
necessarily a
bit.
tentacle thing, but
No,
like
I just
but
think
like
that's a little
something-
bit too big for me to even wrap my head around.
Yeah, for
you
real.
know.
But like, have you ever seen like the trope that like the Earth is like an egg and something's gonna be birthed out of the Earth?
No, I've
Whoa,
never heard
no.
of that. What?
Okay.
Like in Eternals, like there's this dude like secretly inside the Earth, and he's gonna like break out, like after a certain amount of time. And then also in Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, the Earth is a giant machine calculating the answer to the question of life.
So you know how like in old times, like when we were like village people in Africa or whatever, we'd be telling stories. And shit,
I remember that, yeah.
myths. I'm just saying,
You
like
do not remember.
in the
You do not remember being in Africa, Don.
in the evolution.
X remembers.
No,
I
Don
remember.
Don remembers for sure. Don remembers for sure because he like.
Because my spirit animal's a Black Panther.
No, it's cause during his DMT trip he went to like his other life where he was
In the Sahara.
in some African tribe
What?
and there was a stampede.
Dude, that sounds fun as shit. I'm not
Anyways,
gonna lie.
anyways. But you know how we would
astro-projected.
tell like myths and stories and shit like that, you know,
Uh,
tortoise in the hair, all that type of jazz. I feel like the version of that now is Marvel and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like that sounds like some like mythological like storytelling type.
Yeah,
shit.
like
honestly.
There's a dude in the middle of the
Imagine-
earth that's just waiting to break out. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, fam.
That sounds like some Kronos ate his kids and
Yeah,
one of them broke
yeah,
out of
yeah,
his
yeah.
stomach and that was Zeus and
Uh-huh.
he
And it's a
fucked
game
off
of
and had
telephone.
10 million kids. One of them was Hercules. You know what I'm saying?
It's a
That-
game of telephone. Like, imagine 10,000 years from now, like, the way they'll talk about that. Or, like, if a disaster ever happened to us and that was the last thing recovered, was, like, the whole Marvel series. And that's what they
Yeah.
had for, like, American history.
Whoa,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
And it,
sure,
wouldn't it
that
be
would
so funny if
crazy.
the aliens just, like, watched it as, like, the Bible of America, you know?
That would be
Right. I
crazy
feel like
as
that's what.
fuck,
I
yeah.
feel like that's what's gonna happen. Like,
This Steve Rogers guy is pretty
I mean,
badass.
or even like all that anime shit. Like
Oh,
I was just
yeah.
telling, I was just
Yeah.
I was just telling y'all this weekend. Like I had the anime convention. Like there was niggas dressed up and shit. Like you
Uh-huh.
would think that this was their religion.
Yeah,
Dead ass.
for real,
Yeah.
It
It's
kind of
like-
is cosplayers' religion.
It's
to be
like
honest.
it's like the what is that called? The Bohemian Grove, where they all dress up with all the high end politicians and shit, dress up
Oh, yeah.
in like robes and shit, and,
Uh-huh.
and worship the fucking owl thing.
Yeah.
You know, the thing that Alex Jones
The
uncovered.
Illuminati?
No, Bohemian Grove. George George Bush was a part of it.
Right, the
You got outed?
Illuminati.
No, Bohemian Grove.
I think it has something to do with the Illuminati.
Maybe you're right. I don't know. I think it had something to do with the Black Skull, the different shit.
Yeah.
I don't know. Ask Alex Jones about it. But you know, it's kind of some shit like that, like low key, like you know what I'm saying. You getting
Yeah.
all dressed up.
Yeah, true.
You know?
There's a lot of time and effort put into it. Like, it's ritualistic.
Yeah,
for
just
real.
a little bit, just a little bit.
I bet
But,
95% of them is fighting for their favorite cosplay character.
right.
Yeah. And I think a part of it is, like, escaping reality, I guess.
For sure, but like you said, on the grand scheme of things, like looking back in like 1,000, 2,000 years, when they're looking back on human civilization in 2021, I'm sure that's what they would think.
Yeah.
Right.
Who knows?
Be like, bro, they praying to these motherfuckers, and then like they watch the actual shit that they're watching. They're like, oh fuck, this is who they praying to. They must have been like them niggas at one point, and that's
Right.
like all they would have to go off of, and not like all the wars and shit that we like created and shit like that, or like nukes on Japan. They would have no idea about that if they only found like anime shit in Marvel.
Right, for sure. Especially with like, I wouldn't say religion not being important, but like
Mhm.
being less important in like maybe like daily life. But I would say like more people being what is it, like atheist and like or agnostic rather than like adhering to a certain religion rather than like 100 years ago where you know what I'm saying.
You
Right.
die if
You
you're
could
not
get-
this.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Uh-huh.
Exactly.
And part of it has to do with the internet and the World Wide Web and
For sure.
the spread of information and like,
Right.
Weeding out a lot of the bullshit that gets put in there, because you used to be able to bullshit people all day. And the reason that would happen is because you would believe something that was incorrect a lot of the time.
Because
And
how are you
even-
gonna find out if it's right back then?
Bruh, even now, like, I believe in shit that's incorrect, and then we look it up, and I was wrong. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
With lots and lots and lots of things. Like, I
With
can't
more
imagine...
information comes more misinformation.
Yeah.
I can't imagine trying to go to the library to prove something is right, and then they don't even have a book or somebody who wrote about it. So,
Yeah.
like, you just have to speculate. You know what I mean? And people speculate it all the time, and
Right.
then they're like, no, this is true.
But they called
because-
what's his name crazy? Galileo crazy. Didn't they
Right.
like
They
exile
called
his
everybody
ass?
back
Like
then
you know what I'm
crazy.
saying?
Yeah.
But he turned out to be completely right.
Yeah, exactly.
They said that bitches was witchcraft, even though they
Oh god, yeah.
They liked rocks. You know what I mean?
You know how to read Drowner.
Them crystal bitches is still suspect.
Yeah, that's what happened at the Salem witch trials.
Oh, we hate crystal bitches.
That's what happened at the Salem witch trials. Is they try to be quirky and show everybody their crystals.
That's just another
and
thing.
Then they drowned them in the river and then burned them on the stake.
That's just
Nah,
another
this is
thing.
trying to
Like
go back
people
in
are
time,
just
bro.
looking for something to substitute religion for it, so they choose astrology or crystals or.
And they dance naked around
superheroes,
fire.
anime,
You know what I
some shit
mean?
Like that.
And then they conjure potions and put curses on people. You know what I mean?
More power to them.
More power to them. And then we burn them at the stake. If they do.
Or
We.
yeah, I don't know.
Hey, I thought we were all on the same page.
we were busy on the plantation.
Okay. No! Yeah,
Not
fair enough.
lying.
Cracking that whip.
I want to do one of
Yo.
those 23andMe's to find out what kind of white I am.
Bro, okay,
Dude,
so I
I did
can-
one of those.
somebody was talking about it
So
at
that I
work.
can identify
Was
with-
it dope?
I did one of those. It's not like as in depth as you think it is.
Man,
Um,
you gave your DNA to the government.
Yeah, bro. If
willingly?
they want to fucking robot my shit, bro.
See, that's what I'm
can
afraid
do it,
of. I
man.
want to do it, but I'm afraid of that.
No, but,
I
like,
was about
imagine-
to, and my grandma talked me out of it because of that.
Nah, bro. Imagine hearing about your evil twin,
Bruh, I'm
and you
afraid.
get to run the fade with your evil twin. See if you really like that.
But you know about like the doppelgangers and shit.
Yeah, bro. Imagine.
Oh,
You
man.
remember Archive 81?
Yes, or like some Fringe shit.
Yeah. This dude
Yeah.
just had file cabinets of everybody's DNA information. Like,
Right, that's what it's gonna
was
be
like-
like, and I'm gonna be like, bruh, I swear to God.
Yo,
What if they like frame you for a crime or some shit?
right, bro.
Man, I'm a black man in America. I can't be taking no chances. But at the same time, I'm halfway, and I want to see what kind of white I am, so I can identify with that closer.
There you go. Probably Irish, right?
I have no idea.
I'm apparently pretty Scottish.
Okay.
And Wales.
Okay.
And then
Is Wales in Scotland?
It's like it's an island off the
the
UK.
Okay.
It's a part of the United Kingdom.
And then the rest of me is African as fuck, like Kenyan,
Like what's his name?
Ethiopian, all that type of shit.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah,
Like what's his
there.
name? Prince William. I'm pretty sure he's the Prince of Wales.
Okay.
Since
Oh,
you can't,
fuck.
he can't be the king until the what's his name got
Right,
out.
right.
Then you're just like the Prince of Wales.
Nice. Savage.
I guess that's how it goes.
That is how it goes. That's the way the cookie crumbles.
Right. But I really have no idea. Like I couldn't tell you.
I also don't know. So I've thought about it, but my grandma's dead ass was like, the government will steal your information.
Exactly, bruh. And that's so true.
And I was like, okay, grandma, I won't
Okay,
do
but
it.
like, look on the bright side. Imagine they have your shit, right? So they can make another you if you wanted to try life a second time.
That wouldn't be your
But
same
it wouldn't
that
be
wouldn't be
you.
your same consciousness.
It'd be
Well,
something
yeah,
else
it'd be
posing as
it'd be kind of
with
different.
the same face
but,
as
like,
you.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have the same
Like yeah, you're
You know how you're like in first person right now? You wouldn't be in first person.
Whoa, that's a great question. That's a good question. If you clone someone or something like that, do they come with a consciousness?
They would have to find a way to
How do you-
transfer your consciousness.
No,
probably.
well,
how
yes,
Would, how would you
yes.
how would you create the consciousness? How is that created?
In the womb of a woman.
But if you were to clone something,
Would it gain its consciousness?
what
in the
how
cloning
would it
phase?
gain its consciousness?
Well, I
Would it
feel like
be,
if you
Either
have a
in the
brain-
womb
would it-
or in the
if you have a brain, you
incubation
have a
process.
consciousness.
no? Would it be like a robot? Like would you have to program it?
No, because if you have a brain,
It's
you have a
organic.
consciousness. Yeah.
It's organic. It's a clump of cells. So, like, in order to clone somebody, if I wanted to clone you,
I would literally like take like this sounds weird, but like a razor blade, like and scrape the top of your skin off, and that would have your DNA in it, right? And then you would basically take the DNA, and that's where the cells are. You know what I mean? That it has a structure, and then you put it in an incubation process,
So-
and
it'd be like putting your
So the fact that
seminal fluid in a woman.
So it's the fact that it's DNA and it has its own consciousness because that bacteria in
It has a
itself
structure.
is a
It has
living
the
thing,
structure for life. DNA is the structure
Yes.
for life.
and
Yes.
it will want to produce 1 into 2,
Yeah,
2
well,
into 4,
yeah, it will just do it. Yeah,
and then
Yes.
into
it's
it.
multi-cell. Yeah, it's already.
So
yeah.
I think it would come with its own consciousness and its own moral
Exactly.
compass. And,
So it would have all these experiences that
because
it would be like your son. You know what I mean? It wouldn't be you. It'd be more like your son because you would have to grow it. You would have to grow it and raise it and then teach it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It's not like copy paste.
And
You know what I'm saying?
it would only have a version of your experiences, not like your father's experiences that he brought down to you. It would just be your.
It would literally have to live the exact same life up to
literally to the T.
Do you think it would
to the T, all good and bad.
Do you think it would be like accelerated growth, or would it grow like at the same rate of a regular human?
If it was accelerated growth, that would be probably a bad thing because it wouldn't have time to.
Oh yeah, you think it would age out?
Well,
Yeah,
the thing
right?
it would be like it would be an adult before it learned the basics. You know what I mean?
Oh,
it would be an adult.
Right, that's what I'm saying. You would have to teach an adult like.
You'd have to teach
The
an adult like
fucking
this.
ABCs.
Like, here's a rundown of exactly how I am. Like you have to copy it to a T. You know what I mean? So that would be crazy.
Right, like imagine
That would be crazy.
Like imagine an adult with a baby brain, basically.
Yeah, that would be your evil twin. Like you teach him how to be you, and then all of a sudden he's
It would
like,
be
I
like
can beat you, but better.
what's Superman's evil twin? It's like
Nega Superman.
no.
Nega
Zorro.
Chiz.
No, it's not
No.
Zorro. Fuck.
Doomsday?
Maybe.
You're either talking about Doomsday, Apocalypse, or
No. Apocalypse is Marvel.
no, Apocalypse is
There might be two Apocalypses then.
okay.
I don't pay attention to no fucking
Marvel.
Marvel, bro.
Me neither, barely, but I know for sure.
I thought you were talking about Doomsday, but are you talking about
It's like the evil Superman. Literally.
right? He's
Maybe it is
something
Doomsday.
Superman. It's something Superman. It's
I don't know, but we get the point. It would be like that, or would it? I don't know.
Yeah,
What
how
would it be?
Because it's
I
literally
guess it
just
depends.
him.
Is it
just-
nature or nurture, right?
Fuck.
It'd be like Frankenstein, basically.
Honestly, yeah, kind of.
right.
But like,
But like, I guess lesser stakes.
Bizarro Superman.
Bizarro, yes,
Bizarro.
yes,
Because he's bizarre.
yes.
Yeah.
Bizarre. I always feel like recently,
He's a clone of Superman by Lex Luthor.
Whoa, exactly our point here. Someone already thought of this.
damn.
Shit. Someone thought of this exact shit.
Beat us to it, made a whole comic book
Nah,
series
for
about it.
real.
That's crazy. But hey, that's a good thought experiment.
Hey,
Becomes
nah, for real.
a disfigured monster with opposite powers to Superman.
Yo.
I think that's one end of the spectrum. But what if it's
What
like
does opposite mean though?
what if it's like a dude that's like always trying to like outdo you or something? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like you, but
He's
he's
just
like,
good at everything.
Yeah, but he's somehow like better than you
Like
at everything.
Metro Man?
He's like way
Metro
nicer,
Man and
everyone likes
Megamind?
him more and
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah,
You're like
become a
this
villain.
fucking guy.
You become
Yeah,
a villain.
bro.
yeah, you
Yeah,
be
like-
the villain.
Yeah,
Like
fuck
Megamind in Metro Man.
Yeah, you start
that
getting
movie,
bitter.
right?
Yeah, facts.
You start getting bitter and shit.
He's like,
Uh-huh.
because he always gets Roxanne Ritchie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You seen that movie,
Trying
right?
to get at the bitches.
I'm pretty
yeah.
sure Megamind.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Megamind was good as fuck.
I saw it like forever ago, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, classic movie. I've seen
Megamind
it.
goes crazy. Yeah.
I've seen it 100 times.
Oh man.
All for the bitches, bro. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Bitches.
Always is.
But even Metro Man gets tired of being
Right.
saving people all the time.
Right. Yeah.
He gets tired of being the good guy, and then Megamind got tired of being the bad guy.
Nah, for real.
But I mean, Metro Man didn't turn into a bad guy, but that would be crazy if he did.
What do y'all think? Y'all think there's gonna be a Batman 2? Like
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the last one.
They've already been in development of it.
The last one.
I
Was,
guarantee they're recording it right now.
You
Yeah,
watch
it
the
was-
last one?
I didn't watch it, but I heard it was received really well. So I feel like
Me and Don liked it.
it's Dark
liked it.
Knight, but the like part 2 of
I
that
would-
3 series that they did with.
Oh, so they're gonna do like a
They'll probably
trilogy.
do another 3.
Right,
with
right,
this
right,
guy.
Another trilogy.
Like,
Yeah.
they're gonna milk it for all they got.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah. That's why he was He was like a year 2 Batman. I think they make it clear in the first
Exactly.
movie.
I kind of like that angle though.
Honestly, yeah.
I just don't
Yeah.
want them to get like too campy with it, you know?
Yeah,
they
exactly.
made some weird, like, choices, in my opinion.
Yeah, I
like,
wanna-
some strange choices.
Yeah, sorry. I want it to be like more like I don't want it to be like too crazy. Like, I want it to be like semi-realistic.
Yeah, semi-realistic, and,
I
it's just
don't-
weird.
And I don't want the
at
Joker
times.
to be the villain.
You could tell they cut stuff,
Y'all want to bring Bane back?
That'd be fire.
but like
I
a
want-
buff ass Bane,
No,
like
I want-
off that gas. Like he's
Supposed to be
Nah,
off that. He's
you-
gonna be off that serum.
You're right, but
and
I
he's
like. But I like the last Bane. He was like maniacal.
Yeah,
did it.
for
He
real.
fucking
was
made. He
insane.
fucking made sense.
Yeah, bro.
You know. He was
I
like,
was
"You
spitting at some
adopted the
points.
darkness. I was born in it."
Bro, that's kind of real
Come
though.
on, this dude
That
is
is hella
gas. He
real.
beat this nigga's ass, broke his back.
God.
Come on, it's like a whole comeback story. That shit,
Nah,
you can't top that. I don't think. I think you should go back in the Rose Gallery, get like Poison Ivy or fucking, you know.
What's
They
another
already had the
good one?
Penguin. Penguin's a good angle.
Exactly.
Penguin was pretty. I did like that as a design choice for this new movie. I did like that a
What
lot.
other good Batman villains are there?
I'm trying to think.
They already did Two-Face. I think a
Ooh.
new Two-Face would be dope.
A new Mr. Freeze.
Yeah.
Arnold Schwarzenegger did all right. People shit on Arnold Schwarzenegger for his performance as Iceman in the last movie, but I
Oh,
think
they
it's
shit
so,
on
it's
that
so
whole
good.
movie, but that was an integral part of my childhood.
Me too. Oh, I had it on VHS.
I think
I'm pretty
Uma
sure.
Thurman gave me my first boner, dead ass, in that movie.
Hey,
As Poison Ivy.
Robin had a backstory in that. I think.
Yeah.
He was.
They just give it shit because of the nipples and stuff. Like, and it
Yeah,
was,
like who gives a fuck?
and it was like all
I like the
the
nipples.
and all the villains were like super unrealistic. Like it was like a dead ass comic book.
Right.
Like I kind of
Okay.
wanted to be the same characters, but like
I like
realistic.
comic book.
Okay.
I like comic booky too. Like even for the time. For the time, it's like they were going with the source material and that. I like that. Like even the Adam West stuff was super like gimmicky.
But
They had
now-
the whole like bang pow
But,
thing.
like, but I like the
I like
dark.
that.
But I like the dark Batman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
for real.
I like the
I was
dark
never
shit.
unpopular opinion, but I was never impressed by the Dark Knight series.
It is
Like-
very unpopular.
Like the
Even I
first
seen that shit
the
in that
first one
movie.
I liked, and then the rest of them I just was like meh.
Wow.
The first one.
Yeah,
The first one's my least favorite.
I think I saw that one in the
Facts.
theater, and I thought it was pretty dope.
Because I think it has the origin in it.
What do you mean? That came out when we were like 6.
Yeah, I thought it was super dope.
But but after that, I just didn't really like.
Oh come on, man! I think honestly, I like the.
Ledger's Joker. Is
I like
probably
the.
definitely
I like the. I
obviously
like
the
the
best.
third one. I like the third one with Bane. Probably is my favorite, and then the Heath.
I think
the Heath Ledger one's the best.
That one's gas, but I like the third one just a little bit more.
Bane.
Just because of the comeback story. You know,
Yeah,
Batman's on top
yeah.
of his game in the second one. In the
Uh-huh.
third one, you know,
He's
what
getting
I'm
his
saying?
ass
He's
whooped
getting
by
his ass
Bane.
whooped. He comes back. He sacrifices himself. You know what I'm saying? They got that cool ass scene at the end.
For real.
Yeah.
You know, it kind of
I
it's
think
like
I've
the
seen too
perfect.
many.
It's like the perfect trilogy wrap up.
Yeah,
to a
exactly.
superhero.
I think
Yeah,
I've just
yeah,
seen
yeah.
so many parodies of it that I just got
Oh
like
yeah, that one parody,
fair.
like
Like-
college dorm
It-
parody
yeah,
where he gets
it's
stabbed
like-
and shit.
yeah.
That's a good
that-
ass scene. Though.
right.
That's a good ass movie scene.
Right.
Bro. Like
Yeah.
cinematically.
I think I just never got it
It's
like
it's a twist.
into it. Versus Iron Man, I think what happened was I was just way more about like I watched all the Iron Mans in the theaters.
I think you're just Marvel over DC. I
Yeah.
personally, it's just because Batman's my favorite superhero, like
Right.
Oh, okay.
like ever. Like,
I just was more interested in Tony Stark because he's like,
yeah, his character's dope.
yeah, like Tony Stark as a character is like, he's a baller and he's Iron Man. You know what I mean? He's like, guess what? I'm Iron Man. You know what I mean? Like
I think
like,
Robert Downey
he tells the
Jr.
people-
has a
He-
big
he's-
effect on that.
He's like
comic books.
no, he's like the
Batman.
Batman of the Marvel universe.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah,
but he's
facts.
smart.
He's
Because
way
he's-
smarter.
I would argue that
He's like rich as fuck.
he's way
smart.
more intelligent.
You think Tony Stark's way more intelligent than Batman?
Yeah.
Than Bruce Wayne?
Yeah, like maybe not in a detective sense where like Bruce Wayne can
But,
dissect
in
a
the
crime
technology-
scene better.
technology sense.
Yeah.
But like
I think
yeah,
it's a different type of smart.
yeah, fair enough.
Because he does have what's his name make all his technology. That Morgan Freeman character Fox.
Oh yeah.
Right,
yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
Yeah,
And he just pays him.
I guess you're kind of right.
And then he also plays that double life shit, which I'm just like is pussy. That shit is pussy to me because like Tony Stark be putting his a whole persona out there, his
But
identity.
at the same time, I feel like it's more contained. You know, Batman's all about Gotham. Tony Stark,
Yeah.
he'll save the whole world type shit.
Exactly, which
Batman-
is why I like
Batman's
it
like, I'll
because
save Gotham.
there's Stark Industries. You know what I mean? Like Stark, he creates all like everything surrounding
Yeah,
it. Versus like
I think it's just a bigger world. He has a bigger
right,
impact.
exactly. And Batman's just like this dude with a cape in a city. You know what I mean? He's like
Yeah.
and he's like in the New York of DC. You know what I mean? So he's dirty, grimy.
I think the difference here is Batman is like how do I say this?
Some
Iron Man is like
vigilante type shit.
Iron Man is like fights worldly problems. You know what I'm saying? Like so his theme.
Yeah, and otherworldly problems too.
right. So his themes are more so like you know what I'm saying, like philosophical, whereas Batman's themes are more personal because his is more personal. It's about his own city.
Right.
His motives are more personal, whereas Tony Stark's is like, I'm trying to save the world, like that's the right thing to do. Whereas
Yeah.
Batman's his is more like personal, like he's like, I'm trying to fight crime because you know I
My
got a chip,
parents
I got a
and
chip on my shoulder a little bit, you know. So
Right.
Batman's is more personal.
So what you're saying is Batman is more of a glorified cop. You know what I mean?
Low key.
A little bit.
He's a
bit.
glorified detective.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But also he plays this like identity, like
Yeah.
he's also Bruce Wayne.
Right. But but Tony Stark's like a glorified president.
Yeah.
Okay.
Low key. Yeah.
Like
That makes
politician,
hella
He has to
sense.
play all those like
Yep.
which is a
Exactly.
job I wouldn't want. But his
Just
his brand is
just
bigger.
just
which is another thing
with
I
like
like.
Civil War, like him versus Captain America.
Right.
It's like a philosophical battle.
Right. Because Iron Man wanted to bend over to the military and let the
You think it'd be the other way around?
yeah. Like Captain America would bend over to the military, but in the
But-
new world, like in the modern world, Captain America was like all fucked up about it.
Yeah, but like I think it's dope because that's like more of the quote unquote American thing to do because we were all about like fuck the government with England and shit like that. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah.
Right.
So that's
yeah.
more like the core of America, whereas where it's like this is like new America, where like you should comply, and you should
Yeah.
do what the government says,
Right.
shit like that.
Fair enough.
So they're kind of like I don't know. I think it's dope.
Yeah.
I
that's
think
fair.
The concept's good.
Yeah, the concept is good.
And Stark Industries is like a much bigger brand than Wayne. You know what I mean? Wayne Tech. It's like small scale to me.
For sure.
I would just be one. I would rather be like bigger scale. I'd rather the Iron Man suit. The Iron Man suits are dope. Like the nanotech ones that just like come on, like just warp onto his body.
I just feel
and
like I
shit.
like the Batman stories better than
Okay.
I like the Marvel stories.
Right, because he has it too good. Tony Stark has it too good. You know what I mean? He's a rich boy. He's
little
Richie
bit.
Rich.
Yeah.
He like his dad was rich,
Yeah, his own mental
smart.
health
But like at the
issues.
end of the
Yeah.
third Batman, like he loses everything. Like he's selling shit off.
Batman's
You know what
more
I'm
of like a relatable character because
Exactly.
he's a lot more like the common man. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Tony Stark has everything, and like a lot of us don't have everything. We don't have or like the billionaire philanthropist. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people don't. Whereas like a lot of people could be Batman or pretend to be Batman. You know what I mean? Where they like stalk in the night and they're like this
Right.
this vigilante of justice. I
The
feel like
Tony Stark suit is definitely way doper. What the fuck? Yeah.
yeah.
You can like fly, shoot lasers and shit.
Oh yeah.
I
Touch your
know.
fucking hands.
I
Yeah.
know all kinds of shit. Like
Yeah.
he's got crazy tech too.
The
like-
first Iron Man suit was kind of cool just because like he built it in that Taliban cave.
Yeah, and he's all like just does it with that other scientist
Yeah,
too.
bro.
Like that shit's baller.
They fucking put in that shit in his chest.
Yep.
In that movie.
Saved his life.
Yeah.
Yeah. That all
Actually-
attributes to his character. You know what I mean?
Right. Right. If he ever does it, he might die.
Mm-hmm.
Uh huh.
Craziness.
Yeah, dude.
And then he ends up getting like upgrading it where like he doesn't need to like rely on it specifically, but like you know what I mean. It's like
And I like how he like makes technology for like Spider-Man and shit. That's pretty cool. Too.
yeah, but that's the thing I don't like about Spider-Man is Spider-Man in the comic books built his own suit and like was smart enough to like do the webbers and
I
stuff
think
like
it's
that.
like a collaborative thing.
Right, and so what happened
This is my
they
beef.
turned Spider-Man into an Iron Man mini-me.
This is my beef. Like we just said, like with Marvel, it's like on a whole worldly scale. Like you have like the world could end, half the population could die, type shit. And this fucking guy, Peter Parker's worried about getting an MIT. That's the pressing situation right here.
Right.
Like, oh yeah, half these niggas might die if I'm not Spider-Man, but
Right.
I want to go to school.
And guess what?
Fuck you,
and guess
bro.
what?
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
And the whole movie's about him getting some pussy. You know what I'm saying? And he doesn't want his girlfriend to forget him because he wants pussy from this
Man, that
girl.
bitch gonna die if you don't
That
be
bitch gonna die.
Spider-Man.
And guess what? In New York, I'm sure there's a million other thick bitches. You know what I mean? You find them a dime a dozen. I'm sure there's a Zendaya around the street at the Victoria's Secret. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't even have to sweat it, my guy.
Hey, you never know, man.
You can find yourself a better Mary Jane, all right?
Yeah, fair enough.
I'm just saying. She's not
think you
the...
hate
Do you think it's pandering that they made Mary Jane black?
He's like so broken up that
No.
that she forgot him. It is pandering, yes.
Do you think?
Yes.
Do you think they made
In the
up?
comic book, she's not black.
Do you think that they made up for not making what's his name Spider-Man, Donald Glover Spider-Man by making Mary Jane black?
No, because they have
Spider
Spider-Verse.
She's not black for real.
They have Spider-Verse.
Right.
She's not black for real. She.
Oh.
The black community has Spider-Verse.
Oh, come on.
Oh,
you know,
Miles.
Yeah, Miles Morales.
Absolutely, the best Spider-Man movie, hands down.
Yeah, low key. I haven't seen the new one, but
I don't like the
Miles Morales one is gas.
I think Tom Holland is just Iron Man 2. Like, he's just mini Iron Man. Like, he took up the Iron Man mantle
Isn't
after
that how
Iron Man
it's supposed
died.
to be?
No.
No. Okay.
That's not how it is. Like, Peter Parker builds his own stuff. Like, he doesn't rely on Tony Stark until... Like, it's not, like, true to the series, obviously, and not everything has to be, like, straight from the comic book, but the way they did it is, like, he picked up the mantle, and then Captain America left the mantle to whoever, you know what I mean? It was a lot of...
I feel like it's almost like a natural progression.
right.
Even though it's maybe not
There's an Iron Man suit in the comic books. You know what I mean? The Spider-Man does interact with Tony Stark. I'm not saying that he doesn't. I'm just saying that like
I've never
like
personally
all
read
of
the
his
com-
stuff.
I've never read the comics, so
Like,
I don't know.
Facts.
Tom Holland Spider-Man could not do that.
You know what I mean? Like
You think
build
Tom
his own
Holland
tech.
is basically just Iron Man's bitch, is what you're trying to say?
I can see it.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I gotta respect that.
All right, let's
Right,
get
right.
it. Let's get it. All right. What do we want to get into? The Wolf Wednesdays.
Yes, Wolf Wednesdays first. Wolf Wednesdays was my first open mic that I've ever been to, like, in general.
Hell
Or, like,
yeah.
even, like, just, like, somebody with a microphone just going up to do anything in general. Like, I've never been to a comedy show. Like, I've been to one concert, and that's it.
Right.
So, like, this was a crazy experience for me, not gonna lie.
Oh hell yeah, hell yeah.
Definitely something I want to be a part of in the future.
Yeah, shout out to all the people that put it on. I mean, I don't know any of their names or anything.
Blex.
But Blex.
6PL, Ornate was fire. That dude that
From
went
California.
Yes, for that LA nigga. The LA nigga was hard as hell, bro. But I cannot remember his name. I'm gonna have to find out. I'm gonna hit up the photographer to see if they remember.
All right,
Or
that
just
one
hit up
dude
Wolf
from,
Wednesdays.
from East Denver was pretty hard too.
Facts,
He was outside when we
yes.
were leaving.
Yeah.
It was just a dope vibe. A lot of people like just come in to just show off their talents.
Right.
What'd you think, Don?
it was also my first experience. I thought it was a really good first experience, like to get introduced to, because it wasn't anything like I thought it was gonna be, but I had a great time. Like I thought it was very interesting.
Oh yeah.
I feel like if you can get that spot jumping, you can literally get anywhere jumping.
Yeah, literally.
For sure. Yeah, shout out to that guy Ornate. I think his was probably the biggest surprise.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, he walked up there. Low-key, he looked so out of place. But
Right.
like
He
he went
stuck
up there
out.
and killed that
For
shit.
sure,
For
I
real.
did not-
Like, he did not care.
I wasn't even sure. Me and Mac thought he was about to start busting out some jokes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
on the flyer it said stand up. all
Yeah,
that
exactly.
shit, all that.
Yeah.
So I was like low-key excited. Like, is this like dude's gonna be a stand up? Like, I'm down for that shit. Like,
Yeah.
Exactly.
I was like, if he does stand up, I'll do stand up right
Then he got up
afterwards.
there with that melodic shit. And started
Right,
getting them
it was like a
niggas.
young Robin Thicke, man.
Yeah.
Nah, for real. He was getting them niggas too. And there was like the bitches in here. You already know he's singing to him. And I was like, shit.
He was trying to start people yelling in the back.
Yeah,
It was-
for
it
real.
was lit. Shout
That
out
was
to
lit.
that guy.
Yeah, shout out Ornate. Ornate be doing it.
The announcer was just busting out his music in the middle.
Yeah, facts. Shout
Oh,
out to all the people that put it on. We'll probably be there like the next couple ones.
Facts.
I'm not off this coming Wednesday, but whenever I'm off on a Wednesday, I'll be pulling up.
Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah. I
Um,
might take a Thursday off just so I can stay that entire night, too.
right, hell yeah.
For
That was fun, yeah. That was a lot of fun. Like,
Oh, yeah.
I've never done anything like that before, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't really know what to expect, but it was really cool to see, you know what I mean? I could see, like...
For sure.
And that wasn't even at like the main spot. That wasn't even at the 778.
Right. I think
So-
it was, like, very unique. That's what I liked about it, you know what I mean?
Exactly. So imagine how turned up that shit is at the actual spot that it's supposed to be at.
For
I
sure.
bet you that shit is even crazier.
For
Yeah.
sure. Because I'm pretty sure the other spot has like a stage.
Exactly. So you
Not to
really
diss
turn that bitch
this other spot. Shout out to them
Oh,
for,
yeah,
for
yeah,
holding
yeah.
up for holding the thing. What was it called?
Exactly.
Sons of Darkness.
Yeah, shout out them.
So yeah,
really
shout
put
out to
it on.
them for even having the event, holding it, hosting it, or whatever you would call it.
Damn, I forgot to chant. They said, "Get the fuck out!" Oh God,
Facts.
yeah. That shit was
That was
hard.
dope.
That shit was hard as fuck in the middle of that when they shouted out the host.
Right.
And they just fit that shit. I was like, yeah, I'll fuck with it here. You know,
Hell
they
yeah.
really got a family,
Yeah,
like
most
built
definitely.
place right here.
That was what was, like, super cool about it. You could tell
Oh,
they
yeah.
were all super tight.
Exactly,
So shout out to all the people that performed, and we hope to make it to more.
exactly.
Yeah.
Shout out the host too.
Big facts, big facts.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. What are some of our thoughts about this new JID album?
I got a lot of thoughts about the JID
I know
album.
my man X is a big JID fan.
Big JID fan. Crazy JID
Lay it on us, bro. Give us your review.
I feel like the only thing that I didn't like was how he had the singles that he had previously released on the album. I feel like surround sound really didn't fit, especially because he put it right before Cody Blue, which is like the most important song of the album.
Cody Blue went hard, yeah.
Cody Blue, but it was like the main focus point of what the album was supposed to be about. Like, this is the shit that we need to hear right now after COVID and after George Floyd and all that shit. Swang on, nigga. Get through that shit. Thug that shit out and keep it moving, bro. I feel like that's what rap listeners or like people in general in the world needed to hear that shit.
Yeah,
like,
most definitely.
Keep that shit pushing, bro. I understand shit's fucked up, but we got to get through it. And that's like the whole premise of the album, in my opinion. And then System them kind of shows that even though you're trying to bring everybody closer together and like realize that we're all a family, there's still going to be those people that's like, nah, I'm not fucking with you like that. Or that's just going to happen in life in general. So like at the end of that, when he got that dial tone, it's like, oh yeah, you're blocked. Basically, it's kind of like, fuck, like you can't get them all. Basically, like you can't have everything that you want in life. Even though shit might be going all of this, you might be fighting through it. Shit's still gonna be fucked up regardless.
Right. Yeah.
And then 2007, which was he wasn't able to put it on the album. He put it on YouTube because of sampling rights and all that kind of shit, which is dumb as fuck. Because basically people won't let you use their art for money, basically, at the end of the day. But anyways, that's very important to tie together the album because it kind of shows where he came from with the Never story and how Cole was dropping while he was rapping and how he was living in that time to like this point now. And I feel like it wraps the album up really well.
Right.
But the only diss I got it really is the features, bro. Surround sound should not have been on the album for real. Maybe Dance Now, but fuck no to surround sound.
Fair
I thought
enough.
that Earth Gang feature was pretty dope.
Especially Dog's verse at the end. Dog's verse at the end goes fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
There's like one other I was hyped for, but I think that was it. I can't remember which one. No.
I think you got to put more respect on my boy JID. It wasn't hitting like that.
No, features wise, just like
features
the features
wise,
that I
okay.
liked. Yeah.
Yasin Bey at Mos Def on Stars. That actually, because it was like, and now, damn, what did he say? And now a word from our ancestors. Just like, I like these new slaves. And if you listen to Mos Def's old shit, you know he talks about like stuff that goes on in the black community and how all that shit is fucked up. Right. And then he just starts spitting like on some real shit, just about how we could be doing better than what we are doing and a whole bunch of shit like that. And he really comes back on Mos Def shit on JID's album.
I thought it was very a very cohesive project. Like all the songs, like just like you said, all the songs like really went together, like flowed very well. Other than those couple of songs that you mentioned, but other than that, I feel like I wouldn't say it was a thematic album, but like all the themes like of the music blended together, like with the songs. Like you had the nice version of like hype song. Not wouldn't say hype songs, but like those like
songs that you can jump to.
Yeah. Those songs like Bump in the Whip, and then like you get the Cody one where it's like kind of a little bit of both, where it's like makes you think a little bit
and it makes you feel that shit.
Yeah,
and you can sing along to it too.
Exactly.
Yeah, that one reminisced with me pretty hard.
For sure.
The album's low key been hard for me to like really enjoy because it's too thought provoking.
I think it's going over people's heads a little bit.
Oh yeah, for sure.
There's a lot
like,
going on.
Yeah, like I feel like it's already out of people's rotation, like a little bit.
You think so?
Like like they listened to it and they were like, oh yeah, that's cool.
I feel the same way about the Kendrick album
and
that
then
just
moved
came
on
out.
to the next whenever there's like some shit that's like you could pick up on like third, fourth, fifth, sixth listens.
Oh yeah, this is definitely lasting for sure.
Somebody in the Big Steppers.
Right.
I feel like same thing happened with Kendrick.
Oh yeah. All right, what are we giving it out of 10?
I'm giving it a 8.5, maybe an 8.5. 8.5.
I was thinking 8.5. What do you think?
Am I an asshole if I do 8? Because
No.
I'm thinking 8.
You thinking an 8?
Yeah.
Why an 8?
An 8 it is.
Because there's nothing that jumps at me as like 8.5. You know what I mean? Like,
Fair enough.
Okay, yeah, I can fuck with that. That's
I got
right.
you.
I felt like it was pretty good, but also at the same time, like there was a couple of songs where I was just like, damn, this is really good, and then the rest of it, I was like, okay, you know, like I was vibing, but like most of it, like there were just some songs that stood out to me.
Okay,
Right,
more
for
than
sure.
others.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can agree with that for the most part.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, for sure.
For sure. So shout out to Jid.
Yeah, shout out
I'll be
Jid.
giving
He's
it a
fucking-
couple more listens to see what else I can get out of it.
Right. Most definitely.
And yeah, keep going, keep doing your thing.
Sir, shout out JID, bro.
Let's wrap it up by giving our man Jalen, the Juice Man, a call.
Big shout out Jalen.
Jalen, the Juice Man.
See what
Oh, Jada, Juice
he's up
Man.
to. Our nearest and dearest.
Ring, ring.
Yo, what's good?
What's good?
What's the word, Juice Man? You're live on the Mac and Don show.
What's good with it? It's a pleasure to be on the Mac and Dawn show.
Hell yeah, man. You're one of our nearest and dearest.
Well, thank you for having me. What's the topic?
Yeah, dog. I mean, the topic is you. How you feeling, man? We just wanted to update on how you doing, what you've been up to.
I'm doing well, man. I was going through it at work because, like I was telling y'all earlier, I'm getting adjusted to getting out of school and transitioning into actually working and then coming home, and you're just tired and exhausted and whatnot. But after being through about 3 or 4 months of it, I feel like I'm getting used to it and just wanted to make sure. So I was reaching out to a lot of homies today and had contacted y'all. So
That's real.
I mean, I was going through it, but I'm feeling
Real,
better
man.
because it's just, it just is what it is. We got to work, we got to do what we got to do to provide for ourselves, provide for the ones we love.
Facts, big
Man.
facts.
And
Wow.
Preach it.
so
Amen.
it felt
I love
really
this,
good
man.
though, because I was having a hard time at first, but I caught on pretty quick. And then, you got people calling off and you're covering for people. I was covering for a whole week, and by the end of the week, I had people, well, you did a great job, Jalen, and thanks for covering for us. What can we do for you? I told them, give me a golden stethoscope. Pick me out right quick. Pick my chest.
Yeah,
So,
man. And Jalen's doing
Just felt really good to be acknowledged.
Jalen's out here like actually saving lives.
Yeah,
like,
for real.
being a-
Yeah.
being a
Jalen,
team.
Dead
a
ass.
real life superhero.
The lifesaver.
Nah,
All right,
cat.
all right.
And he be preaching, bro. It's crazy.
I'm trying, man. I'm trying.
Oh man, well, I mean, you always got a friend in us, man. Don't ever be afraid to reach out if you're going through it.
For real,
You
for
gotta
real.
go through it alone.
No cap.
Got your back.
Yeah, I'm going to reach for the sky. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah. I mean, well, it's good to hear from you, bro. What else you been up to? Tell us some good news.
Good stuff. Getting back into my painting and whatnot, I was, distracted, but finished up this rock lead painting from Naruto. It's about done. I just got
Oh, hell
to
yeah.
outline it, and I think it's all good.
Let's go.
And
Yeah.
Please.
so, got to get back into drawing too, and sharpening my sword and whatnot. I haven't been touching the blade as much, but honestly, one thing at a time.
Oh yeah, I'm good to hear, man. I mean, I'm excited to see to see what you've been coming up with.
The man, the myth, the legend.
All right.
One of the mad legends, as previously brought up earlier.
Oh
One of the
yeah,
mad
for
legends.
sure. I think
Y'all are too kind. Thank you.
I think Jalen's the only one
Well,
that's
good to
been
hear from y'all.
on
So what's
been
go
on
ahead.
like the same amount or more episodes than you have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's my
True
hero.
mad legend. Mad Hall of Fame.
Most definitely.
My hero.
y'all make me feel good, man. I'm just a dude out here doing my best,
Hey, that's
Yeah,
all we
man.
can ask for.
Right. For sure. Well, man. Well, we appreciate you. We appreciate you calling, and you keep your head up and keep doing your thing.
I will, and thank y'all for the encouragement. You know what I'm saying? I got people like y'all to help me and help me remember to keep being the best I can be, because y'all are pretty awesome, and it's not the best friends I've had,
Oh,
That's
man.
so real.
Nevertheless, we persevere.
Gotta
Yeah.
respect that.
Likewise, my friend.
For real.
Likewise.
Well, we'll chat with you a little bit more off the pod. Is there anything else you want to say to the people?
No, well, hey, thank you for having me on the show, and hey, keep watching my man Mac and Don. Thanks X for being there, and shout out to just y'all doing y'all thing. That's what I like to see. That's what I like to hear.
I appreciate
Hey,
you, bro.
likewise, my friend.
Likewise.
Well, we'll talk to you soon, brother.
All right, brothers, y'all be easy. Stay up.
Yes, sir. Much love, bro.
Love you, buddy.
All right, much love.
Man, shout out, not only Jalen, shout out to Jalen especially, but shout out to all our other friends, like, everyone that's been on the pod. Shout out Brennan.
Anybody
shout out
watching?
to people that haven't been on the pod, like, that I know watch, like John and Isaac and, and all them. And,
my mom, my grandma, my grandpa,
Hi, Mom.
facts,
my
for
sister,
sure.
my brother.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
We
it
appreciate
matters.
everybody.
Yeah, big time.
And, I guess we don't need to do another outro.
Yeah.
So, we'll just wrap it up.
Robot shit.
My man Don's got some big plans. So we'll catch y'all next time.